Rather quiet this series, Sanju Samson. A lot of potential, a lot is expected of him this game.
Yes, of course, when you come...
Ooh, swing and a miss. Didn't step out this time. And then 3 out of the last 4 games for... A lot more watchful. Yes. There he goes. Over covers. Has it gone on the way? Yes, it has. A very, very early contender for the Apollo Tyres. Go the distance.
There's a lot more time in the game than you think. There are a lot more opportunities to score than you think, even though it's a 20 over per side game.
Ishan Kishan has showed he would slot in, but I'm pretty sure they're sweating on Sanju Samson.
Sanju Samson. Oh, that's very nicely placed. Watched the ball onto the bat and placed it to perfection. Steps out now. Hasn't got a lot of it, but I really would like to see Sanju is not complicate things when you not had big scores behind you this series. And outside edge. Got the rub of the green, Sanju Samson. Streaky, but will take it.
New Zealand opting not to go with a genuine slip, even if it's a sort of a second or third slip.
Every single is being cheered. That's in the gap. That sounded so good. He races to 18 of 7, Abhishek.
But when he got out...
The point you made, Smithy, is so applicable or so right for him, because
goes over long on, and he goes a long way. 15 from this over, 29 without loss, India. Yeah, 14 from the first, then 15 from the second.
Something to look for in Sanju Samson here, and he's changing his bat. That's why we've got a bit of time here. Maybe he broke it once. And if you're moving outside leg stump, you also run the risk of doing exactly that. Exposing the inside edge.
your flourish through the offside goes then.
And this pitch, if you look at this pitch, it's always had fair. Miss it. Should be gone, and yes it is. Another low score for Sanju Samson. It has been a disappointing series. Ishan Kishan back into the 11, missed out previous. A superb over. Lockie Ferguson, just a couple of singles. India 31 for 1 after 3. Is the wicket of the local boy Sanju Samson. It's base off for killer.
Duffy's the best example of that, because he's capable of getting it up around 140, but he's got 120.
Deep, what's also interesting is we spoke about one local boy, Sanju Samson. We had another local boy, but he...
To happen. Down the ground. There was a quiet over so far, but not anymore. 6 from this over, 37 for 1 after 4 India. Oh, that's pitched outside leg stump, but again that pace.
That one's away, just over the head of extra cover, and it almost carried all the way. Just inside the ropes from Ishan Kishan. Oh, this will go all the way, I think. And it does. Outside third of the bat, but very small square boundaries with pace on. Another quick one past the outside edge.
More international men's games The second to Nitin Menon would be Venkat Raghavan, 120.
Bowled in, pace on from Ferguson. 145 and change, and he cleans up Abhishek.
Oh, that was the quickest delivery.
Yes, and I think the only issue with batting first is that you don't know what is going to be a good target.
Indian skipper in the middle. Surya Kumar Yadav, record that is simply superb. Wrong and on that occasion, I think. Just looking at it at the back of the hand. Yeah, maybe a new batter trying to get Surya down on strike and say timing and placement gorgeous from the skipper.
Magnificent shot. Perfection in that shot, isn't it? Have a look at the way the
He's back to his form again. Back amongst runs. Ooh, I'll take it.
Decent from Ish Sodhi to finish the power play. Plenty of bowling options for New Zealand, 8 in total if required. Straight, not perfectly timed. Was that catch it, sir? I heard. Toe end. Just threw it.
Oh, yes, boy, yes, boy.
There you are, he's bowled well because he
Just try and cramp him for room. He goes wide and Sky goes bang. How far? A long way.
was, I know where it's going. That's why I didn't even turn back to look. It's when you.
Pretty sure.
But that's the way he plays. So he makes room. So if he misses, you know, we all have that old saying: if you miss.
Wicket drives it into the surface. 5 from the set.
In his slot, and there was only one way it was going. Ishan Kishan into the act, welcoming Ish Sodhi with a maximum in the power play. No! It's a modern way of doing things, Smithy and Sunny-ji. Just chipping it over the bowler. I think that's the flexibility you talk about in T20 teams. Be it the bat. Goes straight. Just short of Finn Allen there at long off. Once again, it was floated into his half. Ishan Kishan. That was a very, very poor way to finish the over. A drag down, which was hit for 4. 13 runs coming off that over. 82 for 2. 82 for 2. First over ball by Surya Kumar Yadav wants to run to goes straight, a couple of steps towards the bowler, and he's drilled it straight over the boundary ropes.
He's starting to do some.
So slow, but beautifully hit through the offside. Had to wait on it, Ishan Kishan.
Very good recovery.
Goes leg side this time, and it's been dealt with.
Well,
Yeah, India won the toss in this final T20.
where, yes, 220 is very much on the cards at 12 runs and over.
Possibly this is the reason why the captains keep bringing in those changes. Don't allow the...
Here's a case in point. Jamieson opening the bowling, 1 over.
I suppose you're looking forward to watching Bevan Jacobs later on, Smithy.
Well, it's a...
Surya Kumar Yadav launches one. Really well done. Lockie Ferguson there for a long... This has gone all the way. Convincing from Ishan Kishan. Starts with a wide, starts with an off spin.
Not even sure that's a great line. Like that.
Yeah, what an innings this has been. He's in red hot form and gets yet in the gap. No chance for the fielders. Down the track, and this time over mid-wicket.
Siggy's yogurt, made with real fruit. Siggy's, simple is better.
He is priming brilliantly. Goes reverse, switch, whatever you want to call it. But he's dealing in boundaries. So 23 so far from this over. And 6 again. Oh, you have to feel for Isodi. But the crowd are on their feet. Sanju
With pats on the back, because that is a match-winning over, perhaps. Ferguson. Nice link for Lockie Ferguson, whose comeback performance. That's a really top shot. I know these aren't big boundaries. I know on a lot of grounds that's one bounce floor. But it's just
game, and going forward, when Tilak comes back and is available, then you've got to make a choice there. You've got to choose series 76, now 82, and even that 28 of 13.
wow. That's one way to stop proceedings, isn't it? He'll get 4 for it. Wasn't quite where he was aiming, but that's the nature of T20 cricket, and there's a smile between bowler and batter on that occasion. It's the single to end a 14-run over. It's 155 for 2. Not with that, he won't. And it's destined towards us in the commentary box, about 10 feet below us. And that was off yet another slower ball, but... No, see, Jacob Duffy almost fell over in his follow through. He didn't even bother looking up where that one went. 50. Gorgeous shot that is. That is just wonderful, manipulative batting. Anywhere you like. Name a spot. Name a number on the dartboard and I'll find it. New Zealand will be concerned looking at that, because all those numbers are very much on it. Stumped that time. Run past one, and Santner, because he does not give up, perseveres. Absolutely perseveres and gets his man in the end. Now, for New Zealand to limit the damage, they've either got to keep... Not sure about that. I think one of those at some stage... That is out. Should be out. No. I don't believe I saw that from that man. To the boundary with his feet. So was that in the back of his mind on what kind of technique he was going to use?
Fall of the Indian skipper. Hardik Pandya just laid back on that. That is unbelievably good. It really is. To find the power there. Almost backward of point. In square leg. Hammered hard. Beats Finn Allen for 4.
And look at the figures of Mid-Santner. One will say he's not bowled back. Simon, good thing is we are in the com box. There's no respite for the bowlers. I feel bad for them.
Is it in the gap? I think it is in the gap, and it's all the way as well. 97 now for Ishan. Goes again, and that'll be it. Brilliant from Ishan Kishan. His maiden T20 100 comes in international cricket, and that has been superb. And again, this one's out to deep mid-wicket, should be taken, and this time Phillips throws the ball on the ground in anger, brings a magnificent innings to an end.
Just like that.
There's such a small margin for error when you bowl to batters like Hardik.
Oh, 6 more. Good start for the first legal delivery.